Right, so today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to update you on the Partho clutch that I had. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I recently posted, it must have been about, as of today, it's probably about 11 days ago, so it's around the 10th of September. You would have seen that I posted a picture of 3 eggs that I managed to get from a snake that I've never bred before. It's a snake that I produced myself, I've never paired her or anything like that. And she's quite a young snake really, she's quite small for her age. And she has produced a clutch for me. It's a Partho clutch. It's the only thing I can think of. So at the time, it was a bit of a rush job because I was literally going away the next day. I had nothing prepared. My incubator was shut down just because I thought I was done for the year. And yeah, it was just a mad rush. Now, I did manage to get a little bit of footage on my phone, so I'm going to hopefully roll that for you now. This is something that I've never ever experienced. And I do know I'm going to need some help. I'm pretty shocked. So you can see I've got 1 egg here. So this egg's probably been laid within the last week, just because I normally check them weekly and I have been away for work last week. But this girl is a snake that I've produced. So it's a double het VPI Exantic clown. She's currently, I think she's probably about 1.5 years, getting on for about 1.5 years, 2 years old now. And she doesn't weigh more than, I want to say she's around 1,100, maybe 1,200 grams last time I weighed her. I'll have to check my records, but she's tiny. She's never ever been paired with another snake, and I've found this. So she's coiled around, I can see 2, there might possibly be a 3rd, and then we've got this one that's hanging out as well. So yeah, I'm guessing this is a Partho clutch. As I said, she's never been bred. She's tiny, which is a bit of an issue, so I need to make sure I try and get her back on food as quickly as I can. She's very defensive, so I would put my hand next to her just so you can see the size, but I'm going to use a water bowl. I'm hoping she doesn't attack. But yeah, so that is a 16-ounce deli cup. So if you put deli cups in with your snakes, you will know how big that is. As you can see, she's unwrapping. She's got 2 lovely looking eggs there. This one's a bit desiccated, but I think as long as it's got healthy veins, it should come back. But it looks like she's got 3 eggs in total by the looks of it. But yeah, you can see how small, I'm going to move this slide, I don't want to stress her out, how small this deli cup is. Literally, I opened it up literally just to change the water, tidy and give her a feed. And yeah, this is what I've found. I'm absolutely shocked by this. Again, if it is a Partho clutch, I've never dealt with it. I've seen some online, so I'm going to have to do some research. But yeah, if anyone else has ever dealt with this, then I am all ears. Please send me your thoughts on what you think of this. So these are the 3 eggs I found. So obviously this is the one I've just shown you. I've just candled them. This one doesn't look great. It's got a big clump, it's almost like a big blood clot almost up there, veins, and like 1 faint vein. So I don't think this one's going to make it. But this one has got decent veins, and just look at it compared to my finger. So it's the length of my finger, and it's like 2 of my finger width wise. It's a very, very long, slender egg. Yeah, I've never experienced this. This literally threw me off guard. I'm literally cleaning, feeding, doing waters today. I'm also in the middle of doing a huge water change on the pond as well. So that's another thing. But yeah, so this is very odd. Like I said, I'm not hopeful for these surviving. This one definitely is a no-go. This one's probably got 50-50 chance, and if one is going to survive, it'll probably be this one. And even then, if it does hatch, whether or not it'll actually survive once it hatches, it might have all sorts of problems, things like that. So this is the egg that I've pulled out. Now, it is quite desiccated, but you can see there are some veins. And that little dot here, just by my thumb, I believe that is the embryo. So the veins don't look crazy. I'm trying to look all around it. There are veins branching out. So I will get this one straight into the incubator. Luckily we've had some hot weather, so it's not been too bad. But yeah, there's this one. So fingers crossed this one will make it. And that should sort of pick you up to where we are today. So the eggs are in my incubator. Well, I say eggs. I've actually removed 2 of them because 2 of them have gone bad. So they're the 2 that I said they didn't have great veins. I think I might have mentioned in the video. I can't remember now because I recorded it a long time ago. But yeah, today, or as we're recording this, it's now the 21st September, so I've had the eggs in the incubator for about 11 days. God knows how long they'd been with the snake. I'm guessing about a week. So I'm guessing they're probably about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks max old. And yeah, so I'll show you these eggs in a minute. They are absolutely rotten, as you can see. I'm not going to cut them open or anything like that. I'm literally just going to lob them in the bin. But I did come in this morning and candle the egg that has survived, and it's looking good. The veins are still strong, and I did see some movement in the egg as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and set the camera up and just show you what's going on with the egg, basically. See if I can actually catch any of that movement on camera. But yeah, again, I'm not getting my hopes up. I know with Partho clutches there are things that go wrong. The baby might not fully form properly, and even if it does fully form, there's every chance that once it comes out of the egg it might not even make it. So I'm not getting my hopes up, but so far, knock on wood, it's looking half good. So yeah, just have a look at these eggs. They're absolute rank. So I've literally just got these out, and yeah, they are absolutely grim. So I have been away, so I've had someone watching the incubator, but they don't really know what they're doing too much. They just know to check temperatures and things like that. But yeah, these things are absolutely rotten. You can see these have only been out a couple of minutes, and already these, I don't know if anyone else gets these flies, but I for some reason always tend to get them. I don't know where they come from. I can't see them anywhere in the room, but as soon as I got these eggs out, these things just literally appeared from nowhere. They weren't in the incubator box. There's nothing left out in here, so I have no idea where they've come from. But yeah, they've seemed to find these things rather attractive. But yeah, so these are the two that I mentioned that the veins on them weren't that great, and I kind of sort of expected that these two weren't going to make it. But fingers crossed, the third one's looking good. These absolutely stink. So these are going to go straight in the bin. They're going to get double bagged and chucked outside. And yeah, let me quickly show you what the other egg's looking like, and then we'll set the camera up and we'll actually have a look at the veins and stuff. And I know there's some noise coming from the pond. Again, I have solved this issue. I have found a way to make this dead silent so you can't even hear it. But one of the downside, it basically involves this pipe goes through to the other side. I think I've shown it before. I'll quickly show it now. Just while I'm here, I might as well do it because I'm sort of doing just a short update video. So if I bring you out here, you can see the pipe runs through the wall, if it wants to focus, and then it goes into this tub which I've added recently, and then it goes into this main thing here. It's like 450 litres there. So yeah, what I'm doing is I've got a couple of these little sponges. You can see I've sort of cut them into like a circle, and what I'm doing is I'm wedging them in this pipe. This pipe goes along and down here. Where this pipe joins in from the sides, I'm sort of wedging these sponges in there, and what all that's doing, the noise that you're hearing, it's not like a suction noise, it's that, hear that splashing noise? It's literally that splashing noise that's echoing up through the pipe and into the room. That's all the noise is. So what I'm doing is I'm putting these two sponges together, and they're sort of going in like this, and I'm pushing them in there, and I've got a little pipe, tube that goes through and holds them in place. And all they're doing is they're just dampening the sound basically of that water gushing. The only problem is, because they are sponges, because I've got no sort of pre-filter on here, it literally comes straight into here and into there, they tend to collect, I think you can see on here, they tend to collect quite a lot of crap. And then once these things, as you can see there as well, once these things get clogged up, that sort of inhibits the water flow, and then water starts pouring out of this top pipe, which isn't a major problem. It is something I might be able to solve further down the line, but for now I just need to keep taking these out and clean them. I took them out while I went away just because I didn't want the risk of this overflowing while I was away, and now I'm back. I'll give these a clean and I'll put them back in there, and I might actually try and get you a before and after of the sound difference, so just so you can see how it actually works. And this is what it sounds like after, basically. Now it's not 100%. I think it's because the filter out there with the fluidized bed just isn't filled up with enough water. I think once that's either filled up with more water or I get more media in there, the water's going to be a little bit higher. Hopefully then that's going to dampen the sound a bit more. But it's a hell of a lot quieter than what it was basically. So yeah, that's a win in my book. It's not completely silent, but we're almost up. So I'd say we're 95% there, and then it'll be done. So because it was such a mad rush, this is basically how I've set this egg up in an egg box. I didn't want to set up a whole egg box just because I didn't think there was any point. And yeah, this is just what I've come with. So this is just like a little Braplast type tub that you get. I've just taped up the holes just so it holds the humidity. It holds the humidity really well, as you can see on the side. And what I've done is I've got one of them small plastic food containers that you can reuse, and what I've done is I've filled the bottom of this up with some water. I've popped that in like a little boat basically, and just popped the egg in, and yeah, so that's how I'm going to be incubating this egg. So far so good. It seems to be working. Again, knock on wood, but yeah, that's basically the setup that I've got for my incubator. Again, this is the current incubator I'm still running. This one over here, as you can see, it's still work in progress. This printer is completely buggered, so I need to get a new printer, which I'm waiting for pre-order, and then once I get that, I'll be able to finish printing off the runners there. As you can see, there's one missing, and there's one up there that's missing. Once that's done, I can get the doors on, and then this whole thing will be ready to go. So, but yeah, I have done a video on this incubator ages ago. It is literally an old Viv that I've just got a heat mat at the back. This thing's hatched all of my clutches for the last 5-6 years. Never had a problem with it. It's been absolutely bulletproof up until now. Again, touch wood. So yeah, if you want to know how I run this, go back through my channel. I'm sure you will be able to find it. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to try and set the camera up, get the lights off, and then we'll just quickly candle this egg. So I don't know how much of this is actually going to come out, just because my camera doesn't do great with the darkness, but if we pop this on here, again, it's going to be tricky. Oh yeah, I can see some movement at the left side of the egg. There was some movement there. So again, I don't want to stress this baby out too much because it literally needs every little bit of luck it can get. But you can see the veins on the top there. They're all looking fairly good, to be fair. They're quite strong, especially that one there. That looks really good. But yeah, so that's a little update on the egg. And like I said, I did see some movement this morning, so that's just bang on. I'm really happy so far. And here we go, so that is the update on the egg. The mum's doing really well. I have fed her, so she has eaten, which is good, despite her size. I think, what was it, when I weighed her last week, I think she was literally about just over the 1,000 gram mark, which is tiny. And yeah, it's not ideal, but at least she's feeding again. And this is something that I've never experienced, so it's brand new to me. It's something that I can actually sort of learn from and get some experience from, and yeah, if I ever come across it again, at least I'll have a better idea of what to do next time. There we go, that's the update on that clutch so far. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it. It was literally just completely out of the blue, but yeah, fingers crossed. There's always that chance. I think I mentioned in the odds it's a het VPI Exantic, and it's het for clown. So if it reproduces itself, again, I don't know how Parthenogenesis clutches work. I don't know if they make an exact replica of the mother or the father or not. I really don't know how it all works. I do need to do a little bit more research on it. But there is a chance I could hit a VPI Exantic clown, which is what ideally I wanted to hit. I'm ideally growing that female up. Let me just get the male out. I think he's down here somewhere. So this is a male I produced last year. He's sort of taking his time getting up to size, but that's fine. So this is a pastel GHI, and again, it's double het for Exantic and clown. So this is the male. Oh, a little bit of thunder there. So this is the male that I'm ideally wanting to pair to her next season. And I've also got her sister growing up in the racks, so I was hoping for 2 lots of chances of hitting a pastel GHI Exantic clown. That's what I really wanted to try and hit. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this guy off. I do have a couple of this guy's siblings. I do have a couple of GHI males, which are double het for Exantic clown. It's the VPI line of Exantic. So yeah, they are available. I think I do have a female available now. I'm not sure. Double check my Morph Market, but there might be a female up there now, or if not, very soon. But yeah, just thought I'd quickly show you him. See, he's doing really well, growing up nicely, slowly, but yeah, he's doing all right. But yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much what I've got. I want to try and keep this video nice and short. I do know I like to ramble. Oh, one more thing. I know I'm talking a lot, but these racks behind me. So if you've not seen these before, these are FB70 tubs. I've built all these racks myself. They're built out of aluminium. The welding's not great, so don't judge me, but they are all welded, or not welded, they're brazed together using brazing rods. Again, If you haven't seen the videos on these, go back through my channel and watch them. I am currently waiting to make a fourth one, which is why all these heat cables are literally just dangled there. There is going to be a fourth one, so I'm eventually going to have 40 tubs along here. I'm planning on having 30 females and then 10 males. That's the idea, hopefully. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, I'm going to be painting these. So I do like the silver look to them, but with the sort of theme that I want with the room, I want the room to be sort of dark and mellow and things like that. So I'm going to be painting these like a dark grey colour. I don't have anything to show, but I'll try and put a picture up of the colour that I want. But yeah, that's the colour I want to make these basically, just so they sort of blend in a bit more. I need to repaint the walls and things like that, but yeah, it's so much to do. But yeah, that's coming up in a future video, painting these, and then eventually I will be making new ones. So if you missed the original version of these, keep a lookout, because I will be doing another full build video again of this, and also for another hatchling tub, which I'm talking again. But if anyone knows where I can get some FB, I can't remember what size they are now. I think they're FB8s. I'm pretty sure they're FB8s. I basically need, like, I want to say about 30. No, surely not. I probably need about 25, roughly. Don't quote me on that, but I need about 25. Just because they're the only ones that are really going to fit. It has to be FB ones. The LP ones are just, they're too long. For the amount of space that I've got here, this rack that I've got at the minute sticks out enough, and if I get the LP ones, it's just going to stick out further. It's just not practical. So if anyone has any FB tubs in grey with the cup holders, it has to have cup holders, because I don't ever want to go back to not having cup holders basically. But if anyone has 25 of them, knows anyone that has them, or can get them for me, please do reach out to me, because I'm desperate for them basically, because I need to start moving a lot of these hatchlings up and eventually getting rid of that crap rack over there that I've got. But yeah, if anyone does have any, please give me a shout. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I'm doing a couple of updates today, so a couple of them are going to be rolling out through the weeks, and they're going to be all sorts, so keep an eye out. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.